So now, the Sefer by Rav Shani, he was an extraordinary Mekubal about 100 or so years ago, maybe more even. His grandson, great-grandson, Rav Shani, is one of the big Mekubalim in Eretz Yisrael. Very big Chacham, very extraordinary person. So his grandfather wrote a very famous Sefer that you're probably going to find in practically every library of a scholar. It's called Avat Chaim. This Sefer simply has a bunch of true stories of things that happened to the Jewish people at different places, with eyewitnesses, with certain things. It's unbelievable because the stories in the Sefer, even the most clever mind couldn't make them up. One of the stories, I've said it before, and every time I hear it or say it, I get scared all over again. A bunch of merchants are coming back from a trip, doing all types of things, and they're walking on, to back to their town, and they're walking through the woods. And as they get closer and closer to the town, and they're in the woods, they see something they haven't seen before. They've been through the woods many times. They've gone in and out of town many times, but they notice that this time around there's a house. There's a house in the woods. They've never seen this house before. So wonder who lives here. These guys, well-built, strong men. They're not thinking, they're in danger or anything of it. They figure who's coming here, and they come towards the door. Right before they knock on the door, they noticed the window is crystal clear, and through the window they could see a woman next to a huge barrel of boiling water, boiling to the point where it's bubbling like lava. And right next to this huge barrel there's a little girl, perhaps 12 years old or so, and the girl is naked. And the mother takes her clothes, takes some type of dress or whatever it was, dips it in the boiling water, putting our hands, which extraordinary, burning our own hands, inside this boiling water, screaming. Then takes it out and puts the clothes on the girl. And the girl starts screaming and yelling. And the men could not handle what they just saw with their own eyes. They could not handle what their brain was calculating. What is happening here? This cannot be. This is not a normal thing. They got so scared. They ran back to the town, straight to their rabbi, who was one of the Mekubalim of the day. And they said, "Rabbi, we saw such and such." And everybody heard what they said. Said, "Well, let's go see. Let's go arrest this woman." Everybody started coming towards the house. The rabbi had ahead, because that's the way the Chachamim are always ahead. And they're all getting into the place. They get to the same exact spot, but this time there's nothing. There's no young girl. There's no mother. There's no barrel, there's no house. It's all gone. Now, it wasn't one man, it was multiple men witnessed this, and they all said, "Listen, we're not crazy." And the rabbi said, "I know you're not crazy. And I also know that what you saw is 100% real. It's 100% real. And I intentionally brought all of you here to witness this. Because what these young men saw is what happens in Shamayim as a heavenly judgment on a mother that dresses her daughter with mother's clothes. She and the daughter will be punished and are being punished right now. That mother used to live here, he says, many years ago. And she used to dress her daughter in mother's clothes. And now HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted us to see what he's doing to this woman that allowed her daughter to walk around immodestly, because she's the one that bought her the clothes. She's the one that made her clothes. So the daughter was pretty. So now they're both suffering. And you got a glimpse of the kafakela that they're in. This, Rabotai, the more you know and learn about this topic, the scarier it is. Because you realize how, number one, it's real, but number two, it's not even 1% of the full pie of what's really there when you go against Hashem. Parents that buy clothes for their kids that are immodest will have to pay a very heavy price. Parents that send their children to public school will have to pay a very heavy price. Parents that allow their children to be promiscuous knowingly, without rebuking them, without saying anything to them, and even helping them sometimes, telling them that he should have a girlfriend or two, will have to pay a very, very dear price, Rabotai. But not just in the next world, in a supernatural, that everyone can say, listen, did you go there and see it? And all types of stupid statements like that. But they do in this world too. They end up paying a very heavy price in this world too.